Well, I want to talk about one thing in particular that really is maybe the biggest area of thyroid function that is not diagnosed, not discussed, and not treated, and that's Hashimoto's disease. Now, Hashimoto's disease is the number one biggest reason why people have low thyroid function, statistically. And yet it's rarely diagnosed. The blood test isn't even done when you get labs. And even if it is done, and even if the doctor does pick up on it, they don't treat it any differently than anything else. But it is different. It's an autoimmune condition. And an autoimmune condition is a problem with the immune system. It just happens to affect the thyroid. Well, a blood test, an thyroid antibody test is very simple, inexpensive blood test. It's very conclusive.
Okay.
If it's done, they're very accurate.
Okay.
And not all lab tests are. This one is.
Right. And do you need to ask the doctor to get this, or is it like if you get your routine blood work? So it's not really done during the routine blood work. Yeah.
No, it's not.
So it's missed. People can miss this all the time.
It's not normally done.
Not normally done.
Not considered medically necessary. Insurance doesn't want to pay for it a lot of times. Doctors don't do it for one reason or another. The reality is it isn't done.
Right.
A lot of women are walking around, especially women, more than men, with Hashimoto's disease. They don't know. It's never been tested. Or if it has been tested, they were never really made clear about the ramifications. Autoimmune conditions are immune system disorders. And they don't just stop with your thyroid. They can go on to diabetes, psoriasis, rosacea, rheumatoid arthritis,
So we're talking
lupus.
serious stuff.
It can become.
Yeah, it can
Hashimoto's itself isn't that serious, although it's very uncomfortable, but it can go on and cause some other bigger problems. And the exponential rise of autoimmunity is something that's not being discussed enough. Well, all autoimmunity can be improved. And first of all, there are ways to balance the immune function itself. Once you understand a little bit why it's imbalanced and how it's imbalanced, it has to get looked at. But there are not many drugs for this. So it's one of the reasons why doctors don't get into it, because they usually want to give you a drug. They don't want to spend an hour talking to you, going over your nutrition. You certainly want to find if you have any food allergies or environmental allergies and reduce those, treat those, manage those. And you got to look into all the stressors. What is stressing your body? Because whatever stresses your body aggravates your immune system. And it drives the immune system into further imbalance. Blood sugar imbalances are major stresses for the immune system. Thyroid conditions are just one of them. If you have high blood sugar, you're going to eventually wind up with some other problems with your immune system. Adrenal fatigue, which is a whole other, another gland function, is often caused by blood sugar issues and stress, which aggravates your immune system. Chronic infections, poor eating habits, lack of sleep, mineral and vitamin deficiencies, constant exposure to toxins through products in our everyday life. All these things dysregulate our immune function. Every one of them can be improved. As you do, you lower your toxic load. You balance your immune function, you learn to eat a little better, you avoid stressors, you manage your stress, things get better. You can still take hormones and supplements for your thyroid as well, if it's your thyroid, but you can't ignore the rest of it. I'm a healthcare practitioner. Okay.
You're treating the whole person, every bit about their health, from stress to diet to looking at their blood work. You're giving talks now, is that correct?
Correct.
In the community?
Yes.
Okay, so people can come see this.
Absolutely. I'm doing talks, but there's something that's underneath all of this, and I'll tell you what I think it is. It really requires a different point of view about your health and your life. It requires taking responsibility for your health and becoming your own advocate. You cannot rely on doctors or healthcare practitioners or anybody else. You have to take it on and become responsible. Then you can use people like me and doctors to support you and coach you and give you professional guidance. But you've got to be on board. It's got to be your commitment to your health and to your life. And if you want someone to tell you what to do and you don't want to be responsible, then it's not going to work that well in today's world. It's just, there's too many things going on you have to take note of and do something about. And it's not enough to just go along with business as usual.